Today, I'm going to go over why so many gurus went from a ketogenic diet that was supposed to be like all curing, cancer fighting, weight loss over to the carnivore diet. So, let's get into it. Welcome, everyone, to my very controversial channel. Now, let's get right on into the subject of why have so many gurus switched from a ketogenic diet to a carnivore diet, like Ken Berry, quite huge, large in his internet presence. Thomas DeLauer is another big one. Maria Emmerich. A lot of people jump ship on a ketogenic diet and now they're promoting a carnivore diet. Or some of them were promoting fasting and then they stop promoting fasting. And I mean, it's quite evident that if you're promoting a diet and then you flip to a completely similar but different diet, perhaps they didn't do well, or the audience that is following their theology was not doing well. So, I also tried a carnivore diet. I tried it. I never flipped. I just tried it. I still have remained ketogenic because I've worked with so many people over the years and on my own health, and that's where I do best. My assumption of gurus changing diets so radically, yeah, I mean, it makes you wonder, like, are they going to do that with carnivore? Pretty sure they will, unless that's completely their brand. Now, I mean, it's a trigger warning because I brought up Chafee yesterday and someone said in my comment section, oh, he doesn't promote high protein, but he promotes an all meat diet. So, and a lot of their macros aren't exactly specific. It's like eat until you're satisfied, eat as much fat as possible, but a lot of them really don't go into the absolute specificity to the audience on what their macros should look like on a complete all meat based or meat diet. It is in my assumption, just like Chafee assumption, but I mean the proof is in the pudding, that if you're switching diets, then why are you switching? Perhaps the audience was not losing weight like once touted. I mean, back in the day when I was promoting a ketogenic diet, they're like, well, if I do keto, will I just disappear? Like, I'm trying not to lose weight. And I'm like, well, it's not that simple. It's not really a weight loss diet, although that is a by-effect of becoming adapted, because it is very hard to access stubborn fat cells or broken hormonal system or metabolism. It's hard to access the fat. Really, really is, especially if you can't balance your blood sugar or get your cortisol down. Basically, it's all hormonal based, and then your whole lifestyle around your hormones and toxic level and the ability to eliminate really plays a role in the weight loss. So people would lose weight, and then they wouldn't. It's kind of like the HCG diet. It worked in the beginning, and then it stopped working. So then people flipped over the carnivore because it's promoted so hard. Think about it. You're not promoting keto because we already know that people failed on keto. Because in my opinion, they didn't get the proper guidance. Because it's very tricky to every single individual. Like I've explained before. If your gallbladder is junked up, do you have an APOE4 gene issue? Yeah, APOE4 4 variant. Some people have a hard time with saturated fats. It's very, very uncommon, almost an anomaly. Most people who have a functioning gallbladder do just fine on a ketogenic diet. Yes, these dogs are going crazy at my feet. But yes, neither here nor there. People were not doing well. Their macros were incorrect. They would still eat too much protein. Their blood sugar would be all over the place. And some people started to develop hiccups, like their hair would start falling out on a ketogenic diet because their thyroid, T3, would become inactive or wasn't getting into the cells to be utilized. There's a lot of reasons why people started failing, and then you start seeing that on fasting trends. And now you're starting to see it with carnivore. So sit back, you lovely people who just follow what every guru says like it's the Bible. They're like, why are these people doing so successful? You don't talk about these people. Because I ain't trying to start a war online. If I really wanted to talk about these people, you would hear, not if I wanted to, if I really exposed a lot of stuff, you might, I think, you know what, when people believe something, you can't change their mind. So if these dogs are going crazy in this camper, I will be so happy to get this house done. I mean, they're going stir crazy. Be careful. Remember, always do your own due diligence and research things on your own. It doesn't matter if it's Civez, Dr. Civez, or Chafee, or Saladino, or any of the female, which I don't really like to talk about a lot of the female gurus, just because I know it's very difficult to be a female online, especially when people are criticizing you in certain ways. For example, Maria Emmerich. Need I say more? The men are looking a little bit more healthy than some of the women, but do your own due diligence. It is my opinion that carnivore is going to die out just like keto. It took a few years, but it did ultimately happen. It started dying. Now people are on the next trend. And then people switch to snake diet and then the lion diet. And they swear by it. But wait a little longer and watch people over time. I mean, I've been on the internet since 2010. Okay? Since 2010. And still talking about a ketogenic diet, a ketogenic diet. If you guys feel like you need help, and I mean help navigating between these dietary lifestyles, keto, carnivore, and low carb, high fat, I decided to do all 3 because I realized not everybody can do carnivore because they might have B12 issues or iron overload issues. My dude, somebody save me from this lab that is so bored to tears. Okay? My dude, I have to get stuff done. Okay? I'm sorry. Comment below. Share this content. What are your thoughts? Yeah. If you guys feel like you need help, you can go to stephanieperson.com. I also run a course. It's a monthly subscription where I cover all 3 diets because I know a lot of you guys are struggling. And I'm out because I have a restless lap puppy. Don't I? You're restless. Okay? I cannot babysit all of you guys all the time.